Welcome to Shart Select. I am your new host, Count Chode. Welcome to my haunted castle. I will be transferring duties of hosting from here on forth to Wienstolf and to sexy spoopy skellington Stew.
Hello.
And also to the randy ravenous raven Ryan. Welcome to Shart Select. Well, thanks, Count Joe. Nice one, pal. I mean, he's a nice guy. He thinks he lives in a castle, but he lives in a bungalow in a council estate somewhere. He's a weird guy. Welcome to Shart Select is what he was trying to say. It's the Halloween episode, guys. It's horror. It's scary. It's gonna make you so frightened that a nugget of poo will come out. First of all, before we go any further, let's jump straight into the admin stuff as we usually do, and talk about the promotionals, where we can be found, what we do, why we do it. And we'll start, first of all, we're on Twitter at ShartSelectPod, which is run by Stu, and is therefore fucking disgusting, isn't it, Stu?
Not disgusting. It's finally tailored to our audience.
That's a good answer, Stu. You could go into politics with an answer like that. You find us on the Instagram, ShartSelectPod. Do you still do things on Instagram, Stu?
Not really, no.
We're on there, we don't do out. Just add us if you want.
Every now and again, put a picture of something on there, but... Yeah.
By something, he means his penis. So, yeah, maybe join us on that. He doesn't really. YouTube, search for Shart Select.
Yeah.
We've got a new highlights channel now, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, as we said in the previous episode, we take out all the good bits, which is about 3 minutes, and put it in a short video. Not to sell ourselves short or anything, but that's the way that works. And Ryan is maybe thinking about coming back to the fore with his main episodes at some point.
Yeah, hopefully. When I get more time.
That's fair. We're also on the Podchaser. Not the Podchaser, just like to call it that. Also on Podchaser, which is where all the podcasts get ranked by you, the viewers. And give us a good rating on iTunes, where if you give us 5 stars, we'll be popular, and people will come around our house and shower us with gifts. So where are we now? Sorry, 5?
Yeah, we're only 4 away from beating Lit Gaming Arena.
Oh, our friends Lit Gaming Arena. They better watch they back with their funky logo. Who do they think they are with their funky logo? We're after them. So yeah, that's the promotionals out of the way. Anything else we need to add to that, guys? Or what's that?
Yeah, we're on Twitch, aren't we?
Ooh, I just twitched at the thought of it in my groin. Yes, we are on Twitch. What's our address on Twitch, you Twitch people?
TV / Oh, is it /
Yeah,
/
Shart Select Pod.
So yeah, Twitch. Anything else we want to mention that we were on these days, or what we're doing? No. So Ryan. All right, Stu, anything you want to add? You do a bit of the old behind-the-scenes hype work. Anything we've missed?
No.
All right, cool. In those cases, before we start the episode, guys, I have a last-minute emergency thing to add. It's a semi-regular feature, which we've not done in about 6 months. What really grinds my chode? Which is where we see something in real life that really annoys us, and much like Peter Griffin in that episode of Family Guy, we have to rant about it to a public forum. And do you know what it is, guys, that I hate so much? I hate it so much I have to talk on the podcast about it. Has anyone seen that fucking Deliveroo advert?
Which one?
That she climbs in the bag and starts handing out
that woman with that fucking voice who goes, "Oh, no cars before mobs, Karen." I fucking hate her. If I had done this...
Bella Italia.
Yeah, Bella Italia. It's a voice. 5 guys, boys. Like,
I bet she wants 5 guys.
Yeah, but she...
How much that must have cost, that fucking delivery?
Yeah, it's fucking...
5 guys, Wagamamas.
KFC. And
that's already 50 quid.
And at the end, she falls into the bag and goes, "Oh, prawn crackers!" It's like, oh, it's a fucking voice. It's like nails on a chalkboard. No carbs before marbs, Karen. Fuck off. Carbs before fucking marbs. Now it's on to our scheduled content. Starting first with Ryan's Surprise. Would you like a Halloween-themed jingle for Ryan's Surprise?
Yeah, bring back Count Chode.
Count Chode, you got a jingle for us, mate? Oh, I will give it a try, but you are the best at jingles. I know I am, but could you try? Okie dokie. Oh, some monsters are obvious, some are in disguise, but none are as scary as Ryan's Surprise. Ow!
It's a shame his webcam's on because he's very animated, isn't he?
It's like this all the time.
And all the viewers are missing out on it. Right, Ryan. So, yeah, it's time for Ryan's Surprise.
I'll give you a choice. It's another AI script.
Yes!
So you can have
Bob Ross
Okay.
or Mission Impossible.
Bob Ross.
I want Mission Impossible. It's down to Ryan. Ryan was
I don't
choose.
mind.
I kind
Bob
of...
Ross is a bit creepy, and the Mission Impossible's weird.
Mission Impossible. Yes, Mission Impossible, yes! I love Ryan surprises. It's the highlight of the week for me.
Mission Impossible. This one is possible. Exterior, the sun. We see Ethan Hunt climbing up the sun. He is dressed like Tom Cruise. It's winter, but the sun doesn't care. Ethan. This is one spicy meatball. Ethan's computer genius friend, Benji, speaks to him over the radio. Benji is also a radio genius, since radios are computers in the movie.
Okay.
Benji. Ethan, you only have 30 more seconds before the sun realises you're not its dad.
What?
Calm your meatballs, Benji. That's just enough time for me to steal what I need to steal. We focus on what Ethan plans on stealing. The sun's gigantic trash bag full of space secrets. Well, meet my balls. There it is. Ethan fires a grappling hook onto the sun's many ledges. He climbs up and grabs the trash bag of secrets. Not so fast. Ethan turns around, but nobody's there. Up here, Ethan slowly looks up and sees a massive space star. Who are you? King of the meatballs? I'm the sun's dad. And I've got an illegal gun. Prepare to not live. Ethan jumps off the sun. We think it's suicide until he has a parachute. He activates it. It's full of meatballs.
Why? Why is it full of meatballs?
I don't know. That's it. Yeah.
That was beautiful. Have you got time for the other one as well, is the question. Can we do a twofer?
I can do two if you want. Two for.
Can we do a twofer?
How long is the other one?
No, only 2 pages. Each one was only 2 pages.
Yeah.
Bob Ross. Interior painting studio. Bob Ross stands in front of a blank canvas that doesn't know how lucky it is. Bob smiles. His teeth aren't hiding today. Today we will paint a mountain that owes us nothing. Bob picks up his painting weapons. I will use these 3 colours. Baby blue, hot pink, and hot baby. Bob mixes the colours together. They will never be alone again. It doesn't matter what they want. Painting was invented by a tiny bird that wanted to be rich. Okay, let's meet Mr. Mountain. Bob paints a mountain, the one from nature. It's not all about you, mountain. Bob paints a cloud. I went to school with that cloud. Bob paints a forest. The trees are up to something, but I won't tell the police. Now, what more does this painting need? Bob stares into the camera. Paint begins to leak out of him. That's right. It needs you. Bob paints you on top of the mountain. You are at peace. If you need help, ask the cloud. The cloud won't help you.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What even was that?
That's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
I like the way paint starts coming out of Bob Ross, like he's like...
I kind of imagined it like he was melting.
I imagine
Stares
like
at the camera.
the hunters from Halo, where they're made up of hundreds of tiny organisms. It's like Bob Ross is made up of just paint, sentient paint in a man's skin suit. That's my theory. Did you ever used to be a drill sergeant?
Yeah, he did.
Who, Bob
That's
Ross?
why he started talking softly, because he didn't like shouting anymore.
Yeah, he got so fed up with being aggressive and shouting at people that he turned into Bob Ross. True story.
Was he Ross Bob before then?
Yeah, Ross Roberts. So I can't be Ross Roberts anymore. I've got to change into Bob Ross. So it really happened. I saw it. I was there. Oh, that was good, Ryan. Thanks for those. Which one was your favourite, personally?
They still can't beat the original ones that I found. These are sort of... They're getting weaker, unfortunately, as the time went on. Like the old Batman one.
No, the Batman was good.
John Wick, Chapter Portobello.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah.
Just keep up hope. Keep hope, Ryan.
See if we
keep
can find
looking.
other ones, yeah.
I liked Air Bud, Golden Retrieve ER. That was good. He was the local dog murderer. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah, and then filled it with a syringe full of bullets.
Yeah. How's it going to like you inject like, and it goes you inject it like a machine gun.
Yeah.
That's fucking sweet, man. Alright, so that was Ryan's surprise. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did, because that made me laugh. Next up, we've got today's main feature, and of course, at the end of that, what people responses, which flows off the tongue as well as ever. The section where you, the listener, get in touch with us, the podcast, and we read your things and then react to it live on the podcast. That's what happens. Of course, it's all Halloween themed this week, so it could be quite fun. So, the main feature this week, because it's Halloween, is of course horror games. Yay! Bet you weren't expecting that, were you? We've got to talk about our favourite horror games. We've got to talk about funny memories from horror games, which we have had. So, in the main feature, who wants to start talking about a horror game that they enjoy?
Me, I'll go.
Go on, Ryan. Fucking have it, lad.
So I've just got a list of ones that have been creepy throughout the years, but because I'm a big dick boy...
Big dick boy!
Yeah.
He's so brave.
Well, maybe because I've played like a lot, but I don't get scared very much in games anymore.
He doesn't get scared, he just laughs.
Yeah.
Like, super jumps.
Nice try,
But
ghosts.
I just keep the same like deadpan face and just carry on playing.
Same voice.
So, like for example, Outlast 1, everyone was like, "Oh my god, Outlast 1's so scary."
A lot of dicks in it. Remember that?
Ah, well, it's supposed to be horror. I don't think about dicks all the time.
Swingy horror dicks. Sorry, carry on.
Like, so yeah, it was pretty scary for the first like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like just tense build up and everything. And then when you start getting chased, I discovered the game mechanics go through the same routine every time in a room. So it's like it's not even scary anymore.
So what do you mean by that then?
So when they chase you, you run into a room, shut the door behind you. They burst through the door, and every time they'll go and check the lockers first.
No.
So all I did was crouch behind some boxes behind the door, and they'll run in, walk to the lockers, and I'll just walk out then and just carry on what I was doing. So
All right, mate, what are you doing there? Looking in these lockers. All right, have fun.
just
Okay,
turned
thank
into
you.
a minor inconvenience.
Don't get your dick stuck in the locker.
Where are you thinking all these dicks from?
Outlast was famous for having the guy with the big swingy dick. That's literally what it was famous for. It's true. You can look it up on the internet. It's real.
I never got that far into it. Was there even a guy with dick in it?
There was definitely a dick guy in it. Also, this was a really weird homoerotic dream I had.
I don't think there was a big dick guy in it.
Maybe I just big dick energy, man. Big dick energy. Maybe I just dreamed it. Okay, anything else you want to say about Outlast?
Well, no, not really. But, so I've just got some other funny but also scary moments throughout the games I've been playing. So obviously you've got Slender Man.
Oh.
Slender, the 8 pages as it was called.
Slender Man.
Where we took it in turns, inviting everybody around to play it and see who jumped scared the most.
And I came in like Billy Big Bollocks, like I'm not even going to be fucking scared of this. I remember that. And then I got a text with it's the iPhone. I had the whole like clown horn text message, and that went off like when I was sneaking through the woods in the dark, and I fucking shat. I'm not going to lie to you. God, that was fucking scary.
And then Tube, I've still got a video of Tube when he goes
again.
Saw the Slender Man.
Again, Tube being our friend who paints the really good Warhammer models, and also is terrified of horror games. To the point where I was playing Dead Space once, and as the lift was going towards some very distant necroboss, he was like, "Stop the lift!" Like, I can't stop the lift, man. It's part of the game. I've got a gun. Don't worry.
But also, there's a game called Slender: The Arrival, which is like a fleshed out version of Slender: The 8 Pages, and it's got nicer graphics and all that. Again, I wasn't that scared playing it, but there's just a bit where it's like just overly creepy. You're like in this cave system sort of thing, and you're getting chased by a little tiny child.
Please tell me they run like they're the holding carrier bags, like that in that old indie game you played ages ago.
Oh, Pacify.
That's the one.
No, I think he ran out all fours at you or something. That's weird. Like he used to run at you, and then you used to have to blind him with your torch.
Oh, fair play. My fucking eyes! And then you both quick whilst it's like staggering around.
Just try and gnaw at your leg or something.
That's giving me flashbacks to Undead Nightmare.
Oh, is that the Red Dead one?
Yeah.
Never actually played that.
Couldn't play it, that was too intense for me. You get surrounded by zombies, and then the normal ones aren't too bad, but there's fucking crawling ones that are really fast.
Oh, can't be doing with that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Fucking panic attack, right? That's the end of this game, 2.5. Sorry, we've got like 50 minutes into Undead Nightmare.
Fair play. I don't play it at all, so you got about further than me.
What else have I got on here? Condemned 1 and 2.
Ugh,
I've just got 3 words for
Condemned.
you. 3 words. Those damned mannequins.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
You've got the level where you're in the old abandoned mall, and then you've got people dressed up as mannequins, and they'll just slowly walk away from the distance, and you're like, shit, there's a guy now somewhere in this room.
Yeah.
At me.
It gets to a point where every mannequin you encounter, you smash the head off it. Just in case.
yeah.
Like, fuck you, mannequin! Yeah! Knock the head off it.
Well, it wasn't that one. It was mainly Condemned 2, I think, where you just go through this room, and then all of a sudden, there's actual mannequins blocking your path.
Yeah.
They just appear from nowhere. And then you turn around, and then they're blocking your path behind you. And then you turn back, and then they surround you in a circle, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? This is creepy as fuck.
You know what really terrified me in Condemned 2? The levels where it goes really weird, and there's like those people made of tar.
Oh, yeah.
They were fucking terrifying, those levels were. I can't even describe why. It was just like horrible. I was really glad when I got to the end of those bits. Like, I was like, fuck for that. Back to beating up angry hobos again. Those tar people were something else.
Oh, just one more from me then, really.
Go on, Gail.
A game called Damned, which has died now, unfortunately, because nobody plays it anymore.
Damned.
But it was a multiplayer one where it was 4 people versus 1 monster.
Okay.
The idea is that people had to work together to collect keys to get out of the haunted area they were in, and then one person played as the monster to kill them.
Was that the one where the monsters were like famous horror baddies, like
No, that was
Freddy Krueger and shit?
No, that's
Dead till
the
Dead till
Dead
daylight.
by Daylight or something.
Dead by Daylight.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds about
that's
right.
the
Not
one.
dead until daylight. Like you wake up again at sunset.
That's pretty creepy.
same sort of idea as that, though, isn't it? Really.
But it's not.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Bloody shit. Stu's just died.
Jump scares everyone.
Oh god, it's Halloween. Ghosts. Yeah, you alright, Stu?
Yeah.
You okay, mate?
The haunted dildos flying around the room.
Oh, not again. Stu's haunted dildos come back.
Pull your pants up, Craig.
Hey!
Trying to catch it.
I thought you meant like it came out of there.
You're trying to catch it.
Trying to catch a new verse glow.
Oi, oi! Wizards.
Well, yeah, so last one was obviously, so Damned. What we did was we played it at one point was 4-player LAN. Paul was the monster, and Stu and I were survivors trying to get out. And the monster was like a weird thing that was invisible, and then could only attack when he turned visible
Okay.
to get you. And we were walking down this corridor like, oh, we'll just go this way. And then he turned visible, but he was facing the wrong way. We was like stopped at a tracks like, and he's just there like this, just stood in the doorway facing the wrong way. So we backed up and hid in like a cliche, hid in the toilet. Like, shut the door, and you could hear him stomping back and two, looking, and the door's opening, like checking the rooms. It's like, and then the time ran out, and he went back invisible.
Oh, fuck
like,
yeah. That does sound.
again.
That sounds like a proper good gaming memory. That, to be fair.
It was pretty
like
good
stuff
though,
like
that game. Like, the way you had to try and track people as the monster, you had to set traps. But it was just audio triggers, so it was like you'd set a trap on a piano, so if a player walked past, it'd make like a noise, and you have to remember where that was. You'd leg it back to the piano,
Yeah.
and you'd try and follow
And
where they
then
were.
go, because you couldn't see him when you were invisible.
Yeah, when you're invisible, you couldn't see the people, you could just hear where the traps were.
That's
being
quite
set
a
off.
clever idea, actually. Yeah, it's like quite tactical. I like that. That's
But
good.
They updated it so your torch needed batteries, and that's just killed the game.
Oh.
Because
Yeah, it was
you
too
couldn't put
difficult.
batteries in your pocket for later. You just replaced them in your torch straight away, and then the game eventually ran out of batteries, so your torch died, and you
That
couldn't see what you were doing.
Yeah, that sounds like a game breaker to me. That really.
You could also spawn kill people on it really easily.
Oh. That's
You
a
quick
Go,
enough,
you
yeah.
can go through locked doors, can't you, as the monster? So you just, if you know where the spawn rooms are, you just go straight in there.
Just stroll
spawn
in.
there, like, dead.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Was that your?
That was my little list, I think. It's just the one, which was Fair One, the creepy Alma. That was pretty scary
creepy
back then.
fucking Elmer. I just remember there's a corridor full of blood and the skeleton tries to cuddle you. He goes, and the skeleton rears up to give you a cuddle. It's like, oh, skeleton. And as you go to cuddle him, it goes back to the real world again.
I genuinely
Aw.
shit myself playing that as well. We're going
No, like,
on the monitors.
actually pooed, yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, Stu screamed like like a terrified woman in a horror film.
Tell you what, I did actually scream at another game the other day. The new mode on Apex called Shadows Fall. When you get killed on that, you turn into a shadow.
Okay.
You have to try and kill the other players that are running around the map, and then they have to escape at some point. But yeah, I had like one shadow chasing me for ages, and I started panicking and screaming.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Now, there was a non-horror game, Stu, that you famously jumped at as well and nearly hit the ceiling it when you were that terrified. Remember that one?
I had to have a break, go and sit outside.
Yeah, what game was that, Stu?
Fallout 3.
And so I explain to the listeners
I was sneaking up on a man. What town was it? It's near the start, wasn't it? It's like
it's just some settlement near Megaton, isn't it?
Yeah, but it had little bombs rigged in there, but I didn't realise the bombs were in there, so I kept hearing explosions like, what the fuck's going on? And then a car exploded next to me, didn't it, or something? I shit myself.
Is it? Oh, I think I know. Is it like a sniper or something?
Yeah,
It's got
that's
mines
it,
on
yeah.
the floor.
Yeah.
I pooed there as well, actually, because I didn't realise it was mines. Just walking like... It's like...
Stu nearly had a heart attack. He had to go and have a lie down outside for a bit.
Yeah, I remember that
In the
now.
cool air. So that was very funny. Any other horror games, Stu, that spring to your mind?
AVP. AVP 1 where you have to play as the Marine.
Oh, the classic 2000?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fuck
because you can either... Because there's 3 campaigns, one for each person. But the Marine one, you could either have your pulse rifle or the motion sensor.
You can't have both.
Yeah.
Well, the first level was you just had to get to the end of it, and you had to run through this fucking gauntlet full of
Yeah.
aliens. It's
Oh,
like,
is it?
nope. That can't be, man. That's inside the goddamn room. Fucking terrifying game.
Yeah. What else was it? But yeah, classic 2000, there was that mode where there was endless aliens coming at you.
Fuck
You had
that.
to survive as long as you could.
Oh, fuck that. I'd be crying on the floor like a baby. Any other Stu that you want to bring up on this Halloween special of Shart Select?
What about Painkiller?
Painkiller, yeah.
The expansion pack where you're in that haunted house and it's dead quiet for ages, like just a ball bouncing down some stairs.
Oh, yeah.
It just builds up really creepy tension before all these like clowns come at you. So.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy, that bit. Another scary haunted house is on Thingy. Vampire Masquerade.
No, yeah.
Yes, that's a fucking classic haunted house there.
It's not scary now.
It was well executed.
What was that one that's on PlayStation, PT?
Oh, it was going to be the Silent Hills promo thing, wasn't it? And then
Yeah.
they cancelled it. Can't get that anymore. If you've got a hard drive with that still on it, your PS4's worth a fortune, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
Did you not get it on yours?
No, I didn't, sadly. Tim had it on his, but he deleted it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth like £1,000 now.
I did. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I did play it. It was pretty creepy. There's a fetus in the sink crying. Yeah. If you include a fetus in anything, it immediately gets scarier. It's the first rule. Like that new Hideo Kojima game, it's got loads of fetuses in it, hasn't he?
Yeah, what was that one where you go down someone's throat and there's a baby in it or something?
That's
That
the
was
one,
a trailer,
yeah.
isn't it?
With Norman Reedus
Baby in his throat.
and Mads Mikkelsen. Because basically, Hideo Kojima is not being controlled by anybody anymore. He has gone rogue.
Sony can't rein him in anymore.
We've got a broken arrow Hideo Kojima, and he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. There's a baby, but the baby is in Norman Reedus' throat.
They're basically
Why,
batteries,
Hideo?
aren't they?
Yeah,
Like
baby
stories.
batteries. Yeah.
Use them to go into like some other dimension or something.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like, Hideo, why does it have to be babies? Because that's the only way it makes sense. Okay. So yeah, that's what Death Stranding it, isn't it? That's like a weird game. Well, we shall see. We shall see. It doesn't.
It looks overly complicated. Doesn't it?
Yeah, Hideo Kojima, it will
Yeah,
be.
why has he got a big massive ladder on his back?
So he can climb up things. Silly.
Yeah, but why not have a grappling hook like every other game?
Because it's a fucking ladder.
If you were gonna re-roof your shed, would you go up there with a grapple hook or a ladder?
Grappling hook. If I had one.
yeah, if I had one, it would be a
Yeah.
grappling hook, wouldn't it?
I think with my shed, it'd just fall over.
Yeah, just be right back. Clean the windows and a grappling hook.
Ryan just climbed the stairs whilst he tries to grapple up the side of him.
Yeah.
Like fucking Batman he is. Any other good horror games, Stu?
I think I'm spent now.
Spent. He's been going at it, and he's spent.
Have you done your homework today?
I have done my homework, guys. I've got quite a few horror games I want to talk about. It's why I'm...
Alien Trilogy.
Yeah?
Alien Trilogy.
That was a good scary game, yeah. Fucking Alien Trilogy. That was a good one. I remember running around, and you got the old 2D facehuggers that just kind of like wobbled up the screen, like, like wiggled their legs at you. They went back off again. Back down the screen again. It's like, what the fuck was that? You take 5 health from having the face hugger tickle your face. So that was odd. But on the similar theme, I'm going to start with one of my favourite horror games in recent years, Alien Isolation. Because that game was freaking terrifying. Anybody else play that one?
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah.
Absolutely.
Something went really, really hard, like, for no reason. And I was like,
Because you were turned on by the aliens, right?
I was like, bollocks to this.
Yeah, it went. I remember the first mission where the aliens truly let loose after you, like the med bay. It was. That bit was fucking solid. Took me hours to get past that.
Yeah.
And I was sneaking like, please don't see me, please don't see me, please don't see me. Then you hear, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Because the alien can insta-kill you. And it's got quite a clever AI, as I recall. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's a proper arsehole. That game took me hours to get through that game, so I spent most of my time hiding under a desk, trying to pep myself up to go back out. Like, come on, I've got to leave. I've got to get out from under the desk, or I'm not really playing the game, am I? I'm just sat my character under a desk because I'm scared.
I did like the aesthetics of the area, and it all looked like the classic Aliens films.
Yeah, it looked like
a 1970s spaceship.
Yeah, they got it. It looked spot on for the original. There was even a bit where it played the original film soundtrack, where like a shutter opens to see the planet outside. That bit was awesome. It was like, yes, proper like little sex we going on through it.
You could play as Ellen Ripley from Alien 1, couldn't you, in the end?
Yeah, there's like a little
DLC thing.
Yeah, where you have to survive in the Nostromo against the original. Like, that was a fucking well good game. Fair enough. That was a good one. There was a bit when I played it once where it made me laugh instead of scared me, though. There was a dead human on the floor, and I was hiding under a desk next to him. And the alien walks in, like, as he does, sees a dead human on the floor, goes, the fuck? Then he kind of bends down to look under the desk opposite me. And as he did so, he put his ass right up into my character's face and just started doing a little twerk. It's like, oh god, what the fuck? Like,
you were fucking loving that, weren't you?
Oh yeah, he has his sexy trumpets on his back as well. Because everyone knows the alien has sexy trumpets on his back.
Sexy trumpet and the alien's balloon knot in your face.
Yeah, exactly. His little tea towel holder was right there. That's terrifying. But also very funny. Imagine if that was you, you'd be like, there's a bubble just right in your, just sat on your nose, like, don't move, you'll know you're there. Well, I think really the alien knew I was there, and he's just like, just getting off on my poor character's nose. So yeah, that's Alien Isolation. Resident Evil 2 remake. Have you played that one?
Yeah, wasn't scary though, was it?
I think I'm just a wimp at horror games because I think it's scary. I'm a massive fan of the original Resident Evil 2, so I really love the remake. I finally got around to playing the Scenario B campaigns, and they're fucking well hard.
Yeah, I finished them now.
I was walking down the blue corridor of Doom, which fills full of zombies towards the end of the first story, and just like in the PS1 version, the licker ambushes you in there in the second scenario. I was like, oh! I very nearly shit myself and threw the controller across the room in terror. And I was like, what the fuck? I wouldn't mind, but on the seat in the room before, you see it crawl past the window, and he goes, what the fuck? So I think that might have been a giveaway that it was going to pull the old PS1 trick on me. But no, sailed straight through it. Mr. X, of course, he was a cunt, wasn't he?
I downloaded the mod where he has just a fun gun.
I bet you did. Damn it, get out of the room, Sarah, I'm playing Resident Evil again. Oh, when you're running around the police station going, come and get me, Daddy. Yeah. And it's chasing you around.
So you burst lift up that helicopter and like, oh, hi, Daddy. And chase after him, and then he ran off. And then...
He's like, leave me alone. I don't like this anymore. So yeah, that's another good one. Dead Space series. I think we all played that, didn't we?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Apart from the third one.
It was tense, but I wasn't scared.
I think I must just be a wimp because I was scared of that one too.
Yeah.
I spent most of the game, when you look down the sights and you move slower. I was looking down the sights moving slow for most of the game in case something jumped out at me. It's like, fuck, come on then, you bastards, going down the corridor.
I just ran it.
Then there's the
big dick boy.
Yeah, it was a big dick boy.
Over it. Yeah. Then there's the bit where that regenerator shows up that you can't kill and keeps growing his limbs back. That was fucking terrifying.
That was a pain in the ass, that, yeah.
Fucking well scary. It's, oh my god, leave me alone.
Throw him in stasis, don't you? You have to burn him in that vat or something.
Because some cunty scientist built a regenerator one. Why'd you do that? And there's the bit where that guy with no skin just banging his head on the wall as you approach him. Then he dies. That bit was horrible. It's like, what's even fucking going on?
Well, it's pretty creepy at the start of Dead Space 2 when you play that, and the guy just, like, he cuts his straitjacket off and then just proceeds to slice his neck from ear to ear.
Oh, yeah.
like that. Like
The start of the second one was really good, wasn't it? Running away in a straitjacket, being chased around by
that's pretty tense.
necromorphs. They were good games though. The third one wasn't very good though.
Yeah, it went microtransactions. That's why.
I really love the start bit when you're floating around in space.
That's the game that killed off
Violation.
Violation.
They became an EA. No, they were EA Redwood Pines. Then they became Visceral. But it wasn't that killed them off. It was a recent game that killed Visceral off. The fuck was it now? It might have been EA Hardline. EA Battlefield Hardline. The cop one, whatever it's called. Is it Hardline?
Yeah.
I think it was that killed them off. You know.
Oh, I fucking love that game. I loved it.
It didn't do Visceral games any good anyway.
Probably because it didn't do as what EA expected, so they just killed them.
Yeah, exactly. Because EA are arseholes. Other good horror games, we've got Silent Hill. Mm-hmm. Silent Hill 1 and 2 specifically. I remember I had Explorer codes on the PS1 for Silent Hill 1 that gave you infinite life. So I didn't know how to get past the beginning where you're supposed to die. Like these little midget skinless children with knives stabbing you. It's just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I've got nowhere. There's nowhere to go. And then I restarted the game with the cheats off, died, and the story started properly. It's like, fuck! Second one had Pyramid Head in it. He was a cunt. He just walked around with a big pyramid on his head trying to hit you with a big sword. But those games were too scary for me. I actually refused to play with Silent Hill 2 to this day. I couldn't do it. It was too scary. I'm sorry, guys.
So there's any moments in games where you actually scream then, Craig?
I don't outright scream, but I just get so unnerved. I make excuses to myself to not play them. So I could play Resident Evil 2, but so I really should go and do the dishes. So I actually taught myself out of playing horror games. Even ones I really enjoy. It's like, I could play Dead Space, or I could play Call of Duty. Yay! Speaking of which, what Call of Duty Zombies? I never played the original one, or World at War, but it was quite fun.
Yeah, they're pretty intense.
Yeah, I remember me and my brother used to play it, and we had this strategy where you get two MG42s, hide at the top of the house, and take it in turns to reload, and just lay down covering fire, and you could stay there for ages. You know, because the zombies dropped ammo sometimes.
Yeah.
I think we survived for fucking ages doing that, but that game was a bit scary too. Nazi zombies. Who likes them? Nobody. I think there's some other games which had scary bits in. Like Half-Life 2, Calm Down Pixie Podcast, had Ravenholm. Was it Ravensholm?
Oh, yeah.
That was a really fucking creepy bit.
I think some games go better when they have, but sometimes it goes worse when there is like scary parts in games that aren't necessarily supposed to be scary throughout.
Yeah, just sections that are like, ooh, don't like this. Again, like the Fear series, which is mostly just first-person shootery, but every now and again it had those proper good horror bits.
Yeah.
Like when you're going down the school corridor, all the lockers start banging open.
Yeah.
Well, what was one? And I remember the good jump scare from one of the Silent Hill games. You're going to a toilet in the school, and there's a cubicle door you can't open, and you keep hearing someone crying behind it, like a kid crying. And as you walk out the room, the door goes. It doesn't just do that; it opens as well. It doesn't just make that noise. And it's like, what the fuck? And you go in there, and there's just a load of blood all over the walls and stuff. It's like, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah, speaking of creepy stuff then, what about Dead Space 2 when you go in the orphanage?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's all them, like, babies with wings that come out at you.
Like exploding baby necromorphs or something, aren't
Yeah.
they? It's like, oh, right, I've had enough of these. Yeah, that bit was fucking horrible. Fair play to Dead Space, it wasn't afraid to go full body horror. But I'd say the third, like
there's just that creepy bit in it where there's a baby and its head's on backwards. And it's like crying and crawling towards this woman, and this woman's like, "Oh, come here, I'll look after you." Oh, and she's cuddling it, and loving it, and then it just blows up, and she blows up, and blood goes everywhere.
At what point do you draw the line? When the baby's got a backwards head and is crawling along the floor looking creepy, I would be like, "Oh, come on, baby!" I'd be like, "No, stay away from me, baby!" Like running away from it, it'd be terrifying.
It's like throwing whatever you can find at it. Like,
yeah, be gone, baby. Yeah, fucking poo scary.
This woman welcomed it into her arms and then just blew up.
It's fucking stupid, isn't it? And the final horror game, it's not really a horror game, but again a scary bit in a non-horror game I want to bring up is the fucking World War I bit from The Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
That was fucking horrible.
Oh, yeah, that guy with no face.
Yeah, everyone's faces are all badly stitched together. Because it's like a pocket dimension, isn't it? It's like The Darkness's own pocket dimension that it puts you in, whilst it's rebuilding the main character's head, basically.
Written body.
Yeah, and it's like fake World War One. I say, no one's got a face, and it's all fucking really dark, so you can barely see what's going on.
Some people have got faces. The people that you've met in the real world.
Yeah, but all the dream extras, and that are stitched up faces. It's fucking well weird. That bit was really unnerving, but also very good. So there you go. That's what we think of horror games. And no last minute ones you guys want to add?
What about Amnesia?
I've never played Amnesia. Describe it to me.
I got bored playing it, Amnesia.
What is it like though?
You've got amnesia.
Ooh, okay, good
And
premise.
you've left yourself little clues throughout your house. And then you walk around with this little fucking torch. And when you see the scary things, you start losing sanity. And then it gets worse and worse. So you're supposed to, like, hide off. And then you turn it off and uninstall it because it's boring.
About Agony?
I got bored of Agony as well. That wasn't scary. That was more grotesque, if anything.
So the one with like vagina
That
demons.
was, yeah, and everyone's got the dicks out and that.
I see another big dick game. See, they're popular in the world of horror, these big dick games.
That's a big dick.
Like, you look down and you can see a swingy cock and like that.
Can you?
It's the character's own big swingy cock. Yeah. My goodness.
Under a little tiny, like, little towel.
Did it have jump physics and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm going to buy that. What?
Checking, like running back and forth, looking down, like.
Crouch, uncrouch, crouch, uncrouch.
Suck it up.
Press B to self-filate. That's how you get your energy back.
Speaking of in Amnesia, there's a game made by, it's either them or another similar studio, somewhat related. It's called Soma.
Oh, I played a little bit of that. Didn't get much into it though.
Soma, and it's a similar premise, but it's nautical in an underwater station.
Yeah, I played a bit. I played it up until the point where I woke up in the station. Funnily enough.
All right, well that's where it starts getting interesting. It starts off like a walking simulator, and you're trying to find out what's happened. And there's like a damaged robot, and you're talking to it, and the robot thinks it's human.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, you're a robot? It says, no, I'm not. I'm human and all this. Like, have a look, and then you have to convince it that it's a robot. And it turns out it's a lot of the people that are missing is that it's the consciousness downloaded into the robots,
That's pretty cool.
so they could survive and stuff like that. And it starts getting creepier and creepier, and then I got bored again.
That's how it goes with you, Ryan. You just don't feel horror. That's your problem. The quick one I thought of last to finish on maybe was the mimics in Prey. When you walk into a room and like there's little monsters that can disguise as objects in the environment, and you see a mug on a table go boop and move slightly. It's like, oh, you little bastard! And then you get your wrench out and smack the little bastard quick before it can jump you. But
Start walking around the room, punching everything.
yeah, but really slowly hugging the walls, like fucking stay away from me. You see a chair just like wobble at you. Or you think, why is there 2 coffee machines on that desk? You've got you now. You hit them both, and it's not the mimic. It's just sat behind you. It's like, why are there 2 coffee machines on this desk then? Doesn't make any fucking sense. So, you got any more further thoughts you two want to add about horror?
Not that I can think of.
All right,
Covered majority of.
horror.
Yeah.
Just the entire concept of horror has been covered by us in this episode. So next up, we have got our new successful feature involving you, the listeners. It's What People Responses, What People Responses, What People Responses, What People Responses. Right.
I want a jingle.
Oh, you want a more traditional jingle?
No, it's alright. You can save it for next time.
I need to think of a word that rhymes with responses that's not
You
nonsense.
can save it for next time.
Is the problem I've
We're
got.
not nonsense, it's people responses.
That sounds a bit like you're being a bit too defensive, those cheers. Like, we're not nonsense, just read the responses. It sounds a bit like...
We're not nonsense, just read the responses.
I think you'll find the other was a glowing commendation.
We've got Irish Tom at Thomas K_H. He says, Twilight Princess really fucked with me as a kid. To the best of my knowledge, it was my first Zelda game and I was only 7 when it came out. So I remember once I came across one of the bosses in the water temple and it freaked me out so much I just restarted. Crying, laughing emoji.
Crying, laughing emoji. Yeah. No, fair enough. I mean, when you're a kid, like, things that aren't even scary can be scary because you're a kid and you're a wimp.
Like Sonic drowning.
Dun, 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 like that. That's scary. No, it's genuinely, that is still scary to this day, the Sonic drowning music.
That's not scary, it's just tense.
You're like, oh, fuck, and you're like, try to find that whoop, whoop, bubble quick. Yeah. Alright, so what's next then, guys?
We've got Geeks Freaks podcast.
Oh, hello to those guys.
Pod.
Good podcast.
Said Bioshock, I'm a pansy. Lol.
No, there were bits in that were scary. You know the bit where you first got the shotgun? It's like a spotlight with a shotgun in. It's like something's got to fucking happen here, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
And you get it and the lights go off and then all nurse splicers start jumping at you from different angles.
Or you hear them ones that crawl on the ceiling, like the spider ones, like...
Yeah, singing to himself.
Yeah, saying horrible things about you.
Or singing about Jesus. I forgot what the song was, the hymn, but they keep singing a song about Jesus.
It's so memorable when you would hear the big daddies, then you would stop in your tracks and quickly count bullets.
Yeah, can you take it?
Yeah.
Big Daddy.
Daddy.
You hear it going, as it's walking around.
Sounds like Stu saying hello, don't they?
Hello. Just sighing as we try to set the mic up quick for him.
Pixie Podcast
Oh, it's
has
Pixie
replied
Podcast.
saying Half-Life 2 is overrated.
Oh, shit!
He didn't. He said Slender Man. When I first turned around and saw his terrifyingly long, gangly ass stood behind me.
So he saw his long, gangly ass.
Yeah.
No, fair enough. Slender was fucking scary. I didn't like Slender at all. Because you died when you looked at him, didn't you? So, what's next? Dave, insert spooky pun here, Cooper, at @deluxe_man on Twitter. The spooky pun bit is just his Twitter name, of course, because at Halloween you have to have a Twitter name. It says T90/Mr. X in the original Resident Evil 2. Bastard burst through 2 walls in 90 seconds in Scenario B. Scared the living shit out of me. I even screamed a little. Also worth mentioning, the Alien Trilogy on the PS1 scared the hell out of me when I was younger. Combination of the music, dark visuals and sound effects really worked well to creep me out, and not play it again until I was 15 or so. That's fair play, because A, Mr. X is a twat who breaks through walls and he is genuinely terrifying, and B, as we said at the start there, Alien Trilogy, poo scary. So, Lit Gaming Arena says, I'm not huge on the horror genre in general. Too many games and movies rely on cheap jump scare thrills, and I find it boring and lazy. I like things that send chills down your spine, and the horror game that got closest was PT, and even that had jump scares. Fair enough. I mean, if you want chills that multiply, watch Grease. There's some of that in that, isn't there? Spooky Burrito, which is of course our friends at Grief Burrito with their Halloween name there. Hashtag us for number 1. I think for me it might have to be Dead Space 1 and 2. There's a particular necromorph you can dismember but can't actually kill that keeps regenerating. Yeah, that guy. That's what I was saying. You keep trying to run away through a puzzle of corridors whilst it's after you, and I hated it. Laugh crying emoji. You know what, Grief Burrito? I agree with you completely. That guy was fucking horrible. The Killer Rabbit Pod, at Killer Rabbit Pod. Thanks for the dildo, by the way, guys. That was a lovely treat. Wow, what a lovely gift. Stu's got it on his windowsill. Resident Evil, PS1. Dogs, window, nuff said. It's true. There's a bit where some dogs jump through a window. It's fucking hell, the jumps. That is one of the best jump scares I've ever seen in the game. I actually nearly cried out my face. It was that scary. Game Telford, the mighty Game Telford, at Game Telford on Twitter. I literally froze playing Resident Evil 7 on PSVR. That was scary enough without PSVR, so fair enough. I just couldn't move the controller because the sense of dread was so overwhelming. Thomas J. Walland, at Thomas J. Walland on Twitter, also agrees. Ha ha ha, he says, written out, transcribed. Ha ha ha! For me, Resident Evil 1 dog scene, running down that corridor, I was being eternally confused about using the controls. That's true, because the controls of Resident Evil were fucking dog shit. We've got Garrett Talks to Himself, at GTTH Pod. Eternal Darkness, and the moment I activated the bathtub cutscene, I was done for the night. Condemned Criminal Origins, also I was following a trail of footprints leading me to an edge, and a guy jumped out from below and he screamed whilst throwing the controller down. Eternal Darkness isn't one I've played.
Is that the one that fucks with the game, isn't it? Where it's like makes you think you're going insane because the telly turns off.
Like the volume slider appears and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, fair play. It's one where you go mad instead of die, basically. Yeah. TB at TeacherBloke85 says horror games in first person freak me out. It's a level of immersion that gets to me. PT, Resident Evil 7, Visage, don't know that one, Home Sweet Home, and an old PC puzzle game called In Memoriam, where a serial killer sends you emails to your actual email address. Fuck that! I agree completely with all the first person stuff, but what the fuck is that In Memoriam?
Yeah, sounds a bit much, that, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a bit. He's also, what's this? Oh, he's put an extra comment of, look, my friend, I've drawn you a picture of a pretty sunshine. Isn't that nice? I dare you to click it. And then just the picture of him uninstalling the game. Fair play. So thanks for writing in with all your comments. We very much love them. We aim to make them the central premise of the show in some ways, don't we? Because we love having reader responses. Otherwise, we're just shouting into a vacuum.
What people responses?
What people responses? Yeah. So thanks for joining in, everyone. That was really nice of you. Thank you. Again, thank you. I can't stop saying thank you. I'm just so happy. So next up, guys, let us climb from the base level, which is shaped suspiciously like two large balls.
You mean the two spherical offices?
Yeah. The spherical lobbies of the Wizard's Tower. And climb up its slightly curved tower to the top, to the bulbous chimney atop, where we three wizards create our spells.
Yeah, it looks like a helmet, the top tower.
It does, well, yeah. Like a helmet's a good description, or on top of a mushroom.
Yeah.
Where we create our... Yeah. I don't know why people keep laughing at it. It's really good. And we create our wizardly spells with our cauldrons bubbling and bats flapping around, flying around. And maybe a black cat will go at you. And we, the three wizards, create our tiers list of games. So first, let us invite Master Fenrig back. Welcome back, my wizardly friends. How are we feeling this spoopy Halloween?
I'm particularly spoopy.
Spoopy! How about you, Ryalag?
Yes, particularly spooky.
Ah, yes. So, thanks, guys. That's good of you. Ow, ow, ow!
You could have done a different one.
A pants.
That's a hippopotamus.
Hang on, wait, I'll do a different one then.
There's no point doing a different one because you more or less went straight over my one.
I want to be a werewolf with you, Ryan. I want to run free with you as a werewolf. It's the dream I always have. Rutting, ploughing like a pair of beasts in the field before we prey upon the flesh of man. Okay. As I say a lot, apparently, moving swiftly on. I was listening back to ourselves before on the way around it, and I say that a lot. So, who's going to do the first review in the Wizard's Tower this week? My game will be Alien Isolation, as I mentioned before, because it's too scary, very atmospheric. So they really capture the alien feel very well. It's a first-person horror game, for those who haven't played it, in the style of runny, hidey thingy chasing you, as is quite popular a couple of years ago, isn't it, that style? It's like there's extra things where you can fight humans and androids on it as well. So there's a bit of combat, but you can't actually harm the alien at any point in the story. You can scare him off with a flamethrower once you get that, but that's about as far as you can go. I'm gonna put that probably on. I'll put it on the Thicc tier, yeah, because there were a couple of weird things that happened in it. Like once I threw a flare to distract an android, and whilst it was looking, the alien jumped down from the vent and stood next to it, and they were both just looking down at the flare, like they were comparing notes. The game glitched out because they both just sat there staring at a flare eternally. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. So there was a bit glitchy in places. But overall, yeah, a Thicc game for me. Highly recommend it to fans of horror and aliens. So, Ryan, what's your entry this week?
I'm going to go in there with good old Dead Space.
Okay, so describe to the listeners what your thoughts on it.
It's Dead Space, isn't it? So I'm going to go with Dead Space 1. And I saw it in a local game shop when it came out, and it's just a decapitated arm floating in space. I was like, So I bought it. It turns out it's pretty good, but the only downside is it doesn't speak.
Yeah, you don't like silent protagonists, do you?
Going through all of that, it doesn't once go, oh shit, fuck! You know, what the fuck?
It never bothered me because I don't mind a silent protagonist. I kind of give them their own voice in my imagination. Yeah. But I know what you mean. It's not for everyone.
But anyway, yeah. So obviously necromorphs, horror, and all that stuff. But your suit gets upgraded, and you're like a nifty space engineer fella. And it's scary in places. It's tense. Good mix of stuff, and you can upgrade your weapons and everything.
Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention that there's some good psychological horror as well, isn't there?
Yeah, all about your spoiler alert for a game that's like 12 years old. Your wife that you're trying to save has been dead for ages, and you've been playing the video back and turning it off before you realise that she died.
Yeah, and also you keep seeing her.
And you keep seeing her everywhere. Yeah, she's leading you down this dark path just to make you go insane.
Pretty much, yeah. So where would you put it on the great tiering of tiers?
I'm going to be slightly harsh, but I'm going to stick it in okay. Because it is okay, but I think the second one was much better.
Fair play. So it was a good starting point for you, but it turns to something better later on. Yeah. That's fine. That's a very saucy response, Ryan. That's why I like you. That's why I like you, your big dick energy. Standing up for your...
That's big dick boy.
That's big dick boy.
That's Dig Big Boy.
Ask Dig Big Boy. Alright, Stu, what's your Ask Dig Big Boy choice?
Fair. Put it on the chart here, I reckon.
Ooh, Shart Select. Stu's reaching high up.
Or does it belong up there? I don't know what you think.
Well, it's your choice, mate.
Invoking the other wizards.
Oh, you're actually invoking
Yeah.
Article 5.
Yeah.
Other wizards were allowed to say things as well. I would say it was pretty scary. The AI was clever, but it was a bit sort of... The story was a bit weird in places, and it didn't explain itself well for some portions. Like, what the fuck? Paxton Fettle was a fucking weirdo. Why did he eat people? Never really went into all that.
Yeah, that was never mentioned, was it?
It was on text somewhere. So you could get...
Yeah, we have to read a book to learn about someone. Thicc, then.
Yeah, Thicc works for me. Your choice in the end, Stu, so where do you like to go?
But speaking of Thicc, how scary is it when you get to the level called the Watchers?
Oh, yeah.
And they come out of nowhere because they've got stealth on. And
Yeah,
they,
they're like
come at you and they're like trying to kill you. It's fucking scary.
They're like Spec
unless
Ops
you've got a shotgun and then you just put slow-mo on.
Yeah.
And you just
re-
kick him in the head.
recycle their face. Where do you think, Stu? Where are you going to put it?
Gonna put it in Thicc.
Alright. Thicc Tier's got 2 new games today, though. Alien Isolation and Fear. And Ryan put Dead Space in OK because it became something better later. So, OK, thanks for joining us in the Wizard's Tower. And now we will leave the Wizard's Tower. How will you leave today, Ryan?
I was going to take the stairs.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Oh, he did an Assassin's Creed jump off the tip of the chimney.
Out of the climbed out of
What?
the narrow fissure of the chimney and leapt
yes.
from there with
Yeah.
a trail of like a big long white cape.
Landed some hay.
Yeah.
Well,
So it looked like something was coming out of the top of the tower.
Oh,
as I
yes!
landed down.
that's brilliant. Stu, how will you leave the tower?
How many ways is there to leave this
As
town?
many as you want.
Yes, you're a wizard, for fuck's sake.
Climb the window.
Just gonna climb out the window. Just like
I will take the elevator. Bing. That was the Wizard's Tower. Thanks, Wizards. So next up on the podcast, it's our episodely game. It's called the Arcade Name Game. Ding, 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 ding. Player 1, insert coin, all that shit. So yeah, the idea is I read out a video game in an arcadey style, and you guys have to work out what I'm talking about and get in touch with us via Twitter or email or however you want, really. You're playing with a banner on it if you like. And if you're right, if you get the most points by the end of the series, you win a prize. So last week's answer was... It was Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, wasn't it?
What was the game you were playing?
That was it.
Super Leapy Murder Challenge Pirate Edition.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. I actually deleted that off the thing, so I
Maybe we
forgot
should
to
leave
ask.
them on next
Maybe
time.
you should shut up. So, this week's... Are you ready, guys? Hyper-Freudian Personal Demon Fighter Horror Challenge. Try that one again.
Yeah.
Hyper-Freudian Personal Demon Fighter Horror Challenge Edition.
I think you need to read about normally.
And in a non-arcade voice, for those who can't understand what I'm saying there, Hyper-Freudian Personal Demon Fighter Horror Challenge Edition. I like to read it in the arcade voice as well. It gets you in the frame of mind. If you could put some little ding 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 noises behind it, that'd be amazing. I would kiss you on the face. So that's that.
Kiss you very lightly on the tip of your penis.
That went south very quickly. Wow.
That's the direction I was going for.
That's where you always go, innit?
Yeah.
South. So, on that weird note, time to round out the podcast with...
Right, see you later then, bye.
Oh, right, come back. Right, don't you wander off from me. Get back here, you little bastard. He's left the house. He's gone. Fuck's sake. We'll have to do it for him. Oh, it's me, Ryan. You can find me on, well, I don't know, at Shart Select Pod Ryan or whatever it is. Who cares? Thanks, Ryan. Nice one, mate. Stu, where can we find you on the internet if you want to be found?
On Twitter, at Shart Select Pod.
On Twitter. What accent was that even coming from? On Twitter, it's Shart Select Pod.
That was pre-yawn voice.
Fucking pre-cum voice. So yeah, as you said at the start, Stu Press manages all the Shart Select accounts, which we mentioned at the start, so go back and listen to them, why don't you? find me at Winstorf on Twitter. I've got an O instead of a 0. But not in the tag, because I've not done it yet. I just done Winstorf. Find me. I do things. I write things on various places. You can come and read them. It'll make me happy. Make my groin throb. So I believe that's about it. You happy with that, Ryan? Right. Just Shart Select Ryan, not Shart Select Pod Ryan. Thanks, Ryan. Nice one. Alright, that's it then. Do you want to say goodbye, everyone? Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thanks, Ryan. Bye. Bye, everyone. Fucking bye. Fucking see you then. Go away. Bye. Go on.